Okay, today we've got a cracking show, and it's all about Cancer Research Race for Life, and later on we'll be talking about what's coming up with the Folkestone Running Club, the juniors. It's the summertime now. I expect they'll be chucking discuses and jumping over javelins and all that sort of thing. But this morning I'm joined by Catherine O'Connor. Morning, Catherine.
Morning, Kevin.
And Julie Gibbs. Morning, Julie.
Morning, Kevin.
Right, now it's lovely. Thanks for coming in. You're looking so lovely in your pink tops. So we're going to come to each of you in turn, but we come to you, Catherine. Now, Catherine, first of all, tell us a little bit about your sporty background. What's your you've got two hats on today, but really what's your sort of number one sport?
Oh, it's got to be running, Kevin.
Yeah.
That's my number one sport.
Okay.
And my other head is obviously swimming club.
Right. So how did you get into running? Was it just something you just...
I ran a lot when I was at school, and then I didn't run for years and years. And 10 years ago, I was inspired to run the London Marathon for a charity for Diabetes UK because my daughter is diabetic.
Okay.
And that's how I started running. I started a little programme. A few friends said, go along to the running club, get a bit of structure in your training. I'd already entered and got a place at the marathon, and that's where it all started.
Okay. Now, Julie, what about you? You're a bit of a stranger to Folkestone. You're not Folkestone born and bred, so you came down this way, you don't know anybody. I mean, how did you get into running?
Yes, can I say that actually I came from Leicester?
Yeah.
I'm proud to say Leicester now.
Oh, yeah.
But
they've done something in football, haven't they, recently?
Yeah. I moved to Folkestone about 10 years ago, and I saw the advert for Race for Life training in the newspaper, and I thought, I'll go along.
Yep.
It's an opportunity. I'd already booked into the Race for Life. And I thought I'll go along, and since then I've never looked back.
Okay.
It's been absolutely brilliant.
Right, so you took the first few steps, bit of trepidation and a bit of nerves. You went along, and how did you find that very first Sunday morning, I expect it was?
Yes, it was a Sunday morning, and I was quite nervous, not knowing anyone, but I would say that it was run by Folkestone Running Club, and I was with open arms, and also met really good people, all abilities, ladies that, we did train together, and it was absolutely brilliant, and it still is.
So from that point there, just tell me from that 10 years ago, just tell me how your running's progressed. What sort of major events have you done?
Yes, well, I've done 7 marathons.
Have you?
And that was actually from the age of 50. I decided that I wanted to do a marathon, and I've done one each year. And, it's progressing up to that.
Yeah.
After about a year of doing the Race for Life, I then decided to join the running club.
Right.
And that's what's helped me.
Okay.
And, yes, it's really, really good.
Okay. So, Catherine, coming back to you. So how long... now, you're one of the main coaches at the Folkestone Running Club, but I will say that quite a few weeks ago we did a massive special. We had Tim and Angie and the kids in, and we had a great morning talking about the running club. So I want to switch the focus onto the Race for Life training. So how did that all come about? Was you part of the initial team that set it up?
No, well, actually, like Julie said, that was already in place when I joined the running club.
Yeah.
So very much the same. I joined to run the marathon. That was already in place, and I didn't actually run it myself for a few years. It wasn't until probably maybe 6-7 years ago I myself decided to run Race for Life, join some of the running sessions on the Lees that I run now. And gradually, as I got into running, I began to coach, and that's where it all came about. And then once I started coaching, got my coaching qualifications, there was so much support from everyone else from the club. I decided to take it on, and every year we've never missed a year to hold those training sessions on the Lees.
So what we're going to find out later on is exactly, ladies, if you're listening to this, and we're going to tell you all about the Race for Life training. Race for Life is about 5 weeks away. And we're going to ask Catherine and Julie to tell us all about their experiences, really, of taking the training, and, if you like, the fact that you shouldn't be afraid. But we're going to hand over to them after a bit of In Excess. Come over here. Now, we're going to bring the ladies back in. So let's tell us a few basics about, Catherine, about Race for Life training. How, when, what time, how many weeks to go, stuff like that.
Oh, okay, Kevin. Right, well, we've had one session already, so I run 6, but it's every Sunday. We meet at 9:30 on the bandstand, or by the bandstand at the top of the zigzag path. Run it right up until the week before the Race for Life. The actual race day is the 12th of June this year, so the 6 sessions will take you right up to the week before and gradually building the training up as we go.
Okay, so Julie, you help out with this as well?
Yes, I do help, Catherine. We have 3 different levels, don't we? We have the walkers, the joggers and the runners as well. So there are 3 of us that actually take a section each. So yeah, it's really, really good.
So anybody, I mean, that's never run before, needn't have any fear of joining you on tomorrow morning?
Not at all. We've got a good walking group that we do explain going up to the Lees. We, over the period of the 5 weeks, we'll explain the route and we'll manage to actually finish the route in time for the Race for Life training.
Oh, brilliant. So, Catherine, how many did you get? It was the first week, I know, but we're hoping to push the numbers up. Did you get a good turnout last week?
Yeah, really pleased for the first one. There was probably nearly 8 to 10 ladies that I hadn't met before that had just heard through our Facebook site. It was announced at the park run and just word of mouth, and obviously massive support from other ladies from the running club. Yeah. They'd come along to run themselves. They're entered in the Race for Life, but also to help and be there for support. So I would say there was probably a good 20 of us up and down the Lees last Sunday.
Right, I know that really because I was there anyway.
You were there.
I popped up and see how they were going. Now, Julie, we were talking off air a little bit about motivation for Race for Life. So your very first Race for Life, what made you put on the pink shirt and do your 5K?
Well, the reason being is I had 2 uncles who were brothers that both died of cancer within a few years of each other.
Yeah.
And, we do know of people, friends, relatives that sadly, they've either got cancer or died of cancer.
On the day, though, I mean, it is an awesome event, isn't it? And you can guarantee a tear or two if you start reading what they call back signs, They've got these signs where you can put the name of your loved one or the reason that you're running. Do you find those emotional? The best thing is probably not to read them because it can be very upsetting, can't it?
It is very upsetting.
Yeah.
But what's good about it, I mean, all the ladies are there for the same purpose.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic atmosphere. There are, very brave ladies as well that have probably been through cancer. And yeah, although it's sad to read that, it's still a great way of everyone getting together.
Yeah. So, Catherine, your experience of Race for Life, I mean, do you find that it, like Julie says, it brings everybody together? I mean, all those ladies that that you're training at the moment, and from past experiences, past years that you've doing it, I mean, what do they feel like on the day after they've gone from nothing to a Race for Life?
It is very emotional. You're right, and it's the whole reason that they're running. It's the whole reason why they're doing Race for Life. Hearing their stories, like you were saying, is very emotional. And even last Sunday, which was our first one, it's really nice to have a few minutes with the ladies just to ask them, their reason why they're running and why they're doing Race for Life. Yeah. And one of the young girls there, she was telling me she's got 3 children under 4. She's never run it before. Her goal is to actually try and jog the whole thing, but she's doing it for her grandmother, who has run it every year for years, and just a few years ago developed cancer herself.
Yeah.
And this year she's too unwell to run, and she's running for her grandmother, and that was quite emotional. That touched me last week.
There is a theme actually from my experiences of Race for Life, and that there have been ladies that have started just doing it themselves and then have developed a breast cancer or some form of cancer, and which is such a shame, but they are the strong ones. We've got, when I first started comparing Race for Life, I had some some notes, and they said, "Oh, don't say this, don't say that. You know, don't say breasts, don't say bosom, don't say this, because we're going to upset people." Now it's more about bringing it. You know, sharing your story, not being afraid to talk about cancer, and getting down to doctors if you've got the slightest lump at all. Then you know, don't bottle it up, so to speak. Just get down there and tell somebody. Okay, so no, we don't want to get too morbid, but it's going to be Race for Life. It's a fantastic day, and we'll be talking more about it. But I think it's time for a bit of Bowie.
105.9 Academy FM.
Saturday Sport. You're listening to the Sports Ferret on Academy FM.
Academy FM.
Right, last link with the two pink ladies. We'll start with you, Julie. Now, tomorrow morning, you'll be up there on the Lees. What sort of advice would you give to somebody, a lady that's listening at home thinking, do you know what, I might have a go at this? What would you say to them?
Absolutely. I would say definitely come along. If you feel a little apprehensive, just come along. We're a really good, friendly group, and we will cater for all abilities. What better way to spend a beautiful Sunday morning? The weather's going to be good, so we would welcome you with open arms.
Well done, Julie. Thanks so much. And I will say that Julie is a fine example of going from Race for Life to marathons. Now, we're not expecting everybody to be the same. These ladies, they're very few and far between. But if you're running Race for Life for the first time and you need some motivation, then that's the place to do. Because you'll be with like runners, you know. There'll be people up there, new beginners that are in the same boat as you. So don't be frightened. So get up there. Now, Julie, thanks so much for coming in, and it's been lovely to speak to you. And it's a lovely story, and it's nice that you've made friends, good friends, and lots of connections through your running. And would you recommend that to people?
Absolutely. Yeah, okay. Definitely.
Right, well, keep it up, Julie. It's lovely to speak to you.
Thank you, Kevin.
Now, Catherine, your final word now on the running before we switch to something else. But tell us what your sort of thoughts are about this Race for Life training.
Well, I totally agree with Julie. If you're sitting at home, a little bit apprehensive about coming along, maybe the thought to think, oh, it's a running club, really don't be scared, because we all have our reasons for getting out there and running and doing Race for Life. And we do cater for all abilities. We're a very friendly bunch of ladies, and everyone is welcome. We're more than happy to walk with you the whole route if that's what you want to do, and encourage you along the way. Okay, so last little thing. Let's remind everybody what time, how, when and whatever. Okay, so every Sunday morning from now until the Race for Life, which is the 12th of June, we meet at 9:30 by the bandstand, which is the top of the zigzag path on the Lees. There you go, Catherine. Thank you so much for that. Now, before we go, we're just going to have a little bit about, you've got another hat that we want to talk about, the swimming club. So briefly tell us what's going on at the swimming club. Okay, yes, Kevin, obviously another big part of my life, the Folkestone Sports Centre Swimming Club. I have various roles, but I'm just be nice to mention a few things that have been happening at the swimming club. Last night we held a Ron Streeter gala, which is an in-house gala, and it was celebrating the 40th anniversary of that. And Ron Streeter was a coach at Folkestone many years ago, and unfortunately he died. And we've always held a gala in his memory, and it was celebrating that last night. But just as the club is maybe moving on over the past few years, we have had a lot of swimmers really progress from not a lot to swimming right through to regional and national levels, which is a massive thing for a very small club like Folkestone, and we're just growing year by year. Is it okay to mention a few of the swimmers, Kevin? Yeah, if you can, yeah. Okay, just the few swimmers that managed to make it to regional level, which really is a massive, massive achievement. We had Adam Frost, Jordan Rogers-Mills, Levi Atwell and Lucy Howes. And Lucy Howes is also a national swimmer. Brilliant. And she's from Folkestone, so we're very proud of her. Okay, so once again, if anyone, the parents are sitting there and think, oh, I'd like to get involved with the swimming club, what's the connections? Have you got a Facebook page? Or we have a Facebook page, but we have a website. If you go onto the website, you can contact any of us, any of the committee members through that. And you can also phone the sports centre.
So that's the thing. The thing is, it's the Folkestone Sports Centre Swimming Club, isn't
Yes.
it? If you're Googling, if you're looking for it, then Google Folkestone Sports Centre Swimming Club. Well, Catherine, anything else to say now?
No, I think that's
You're going to
it,
be all right?
Kevin.
You
Yes.
can come up for it now?
Yes.
No, it's lovely to have you two ladies in. We're going to ask you to stay in the studio, stay with us. We're going to take a little back step because we've got some more we're promoting junior sport today. And so thank you, Catherine, and good luck with all your Race for Life training. Race for Life training. Okay, time for a bit of music now, and we're going to switch back to 1985 and a bit of Mid-Jure.
The Saturday Sports Show, brought to you by the Natural Health Centre in Folkestone. When it comes to your health, make the right choice.
105.9 Academy FM.
105.9 Academy FM.
Saturday Sport. You're listening to the Sports Ferret on Academy FM.
Academy FM.
Bit of 1985 Mid-Jure, If I Was. You remember that one? Great track. Okay, now we've had a great morning so far. We've been talking Race for Life training, and now we're going to switch to promoting Sport Steel for juniors, and we're joined by Pat Hannis and Rob Burke. Morning, Rob.
Good morning.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm very good.
Good. Good morning, Pat. How are you?
Morning.
Good. Now, we're glad you made it, Pat. We understand you've been jogging around the block trying to find the front door. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Rob, let's start with you.
Yep.
Now, your role at the club. What's your role? First of all, you've got the family with you, which is lovely to see all the family
Yep.
around. So you obviously you're a parent with children in the running club. So how did it all start for you?
I started about 4 years ago. My daughter and my son started training with the club. Then about 3.5 years ago, Pat asked me if I wanted to help with the coaching.
Right.
And now I'm a qualified coach.
Oh,
so-
brilliant. Yeah, fantastic. So you've gone from parent to being a coach.
Yes.
Yeah, great. So when you're watching the kids, it's great, but then all of a sudden you're put on the spot to be a coach. Now, in your coaching course, did you have to do any athletics yourself, or is it all
Yes.
theory?
Yeah, you're basically the athlete for the other trainee coaches.
I
So
see.
you'll do a bit of coaching yourself, and then you'll be the athlete so they can do the coaching and so on.
Right.
And as you can see, I'm not the fittest person in the world, so
Right. I wouldn't say that. Now, come on, Rob. This is radio. You can get away with anything on radio.
That's very true.
You're tall, you're slim, you're bulging with muscles. Everyone knows that.
bulging. I
Yeah.
think you know, yeah.
Now, Pat, come right in. Okay, now, Pat. Now, what's your role? You're a coach as well, I understand.
I'm a coach and sort of organise the club.
Okay, so that's your job, is it? That's a tough job, yeah.
With the help of wife Rob, Sam and Sandra as well. Ladies do the admin.
Okay. Now, about this time of year, we sort of say goodbye to the winter side of sport and say hello to summer. But is there any divide for the juniors at the running club? Do you switch sports about this time of year?
We do, through the winter months, we do sports hall athletics. So athletics indoors, and we do the cross country with the older juniors of the running club.
Right. So the sports hall, I've seen that. I mean, I've seen you practicing it down at the Three Hills there. But that takes you to other towns and other against other teams and other counties, possibly.
Yeah, we go to Ashford, Tunbridge, Sittingbourne, all over Kent. The county champions is the county championships is held at Ashford, and teams come down from London, Dartford, Bromley.
Oh, massive! Yeah.
Get involved.
Okay, so we're moving into summer now. So does sports hall kind of say goodbye to that till next winter?
We come out of the halls and off the jumping mats, and we go outside and take them running around the grass, and we have to take them up to a track for long jump practice because they need to land in a sand pit.
So what are the other sports that we haven't got the facilities for down here, such as long jump? Is there anything else?
We don't have the high jump beds. We don't have the cages for safe throwing of discus. We need safe areas to throw real javelins.
Yeah.
So we do need to sort of use track facilities.
So you encourage those sports, and where'd you go for that?
We are going over to Canterbury. We're going to Ashford. The nearest ones, really.
Right, I see. And so Rob, when you did the coaching, was it basically sort of running coaching, or are you involved in the athletic, the throwing?
No, it was a bit of everything, basically. So there was a bit of javelin, bit of shot put, long jump, high jump.
Oh, really?
Then there was the sprints events.
I can
and
just
then the distance.
picture you doing all those events, actually. Yeah. No, so you have to get trained in all that as well.
Yeah, obviously you need to know how it feels, and then you get a better idea of how it feels to the athlete.
To pass the experience
it
on.
does help, definitely.
Okay. So, I mean, your coaching. I mean, I don't realise this, but I mean, are there certain levels of coaching that you can move up the ladder?
Yeah, there's several. You start off as an assistant coach, or basically a helper.
Yeah.
Then you move to the assistant coach. That's the first qualification. Then you move on to athletics coach, which you coach 3 different levels. The little ones up to event group, which is basically specialising more in particular events. And then you get the specialist coaching, which goes on to individual events,
right,
and the older children.
Okay, and is there one
adults.
particular event that you really enjoy yourself?
I like throws, I have to admit.
Yeah.
If I was to choose one in particular, it'd be the throws.
Right,
But
like
I like that.
throwing cups at the kids in the morning, that sort of thing.
Yeah, mainly,
Right, yeah. Good practice. Okay, we're going to play a bit of music. This is really interesting because I think in this town, the fact there's another. I must have a word with Mr. Dehaan. We need some facilities for javelin, discus, and all those other sorts of sports. But for now, I think I better keep my mouth shut and play a bit of music before I get into trouble.
105.9 Academy FM.
The sound of Folkestone.
To you, Rob. So, Rob, in your experience now, what you've got mainly boys or girls that are down at training?
I would say it's about 2/3 girls and about 1/3 boys
Is
at
it?
the moment.
Right. Okay. Now,
Depending on age groups.
one of your star athletes, right,
Yes.
is actually sitting next to you.
Yes.
We've got to say that because it's dad and daughter. They want to say good morning to Ellie. Good morning, Ellie. Good morning, Ellie.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good.
You're looking good in your Folkestone top there. Now, what's it like having a dad as a coach? When you get home, does he say, right, get out in the garden and do some practice?
Not really.
No. So what are your favourite events that you do at the club?
I like discus and high jump.
You like discus?
Especially.
Okay. So did you have a good season in the sports hall, though? Is that not your thing?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, okay. So, I mean, I know it's difficult coming on radio and having a chat, but I've seen you guys up there and you're totally different, all of you, when you get on in that hall. So what do you think is your favourite one that you like doing?
I like discus.
Do you?
Especially, and high jump.
Yeah. So where'd you go for that? You go to Julie Rose, do you?
Yeah, and Canterbury sometimes.
Okay. Have you ever seen your dad do the high jump?
No.
No. He probably says to you, right, you're for the high jump. What, we're going training, Dad? No, we're not. Okay, Ellie, right, thanks for coming on. And it's lovely to see you here. And all the family, of course. Now, Pat, so what's next for the junior section of the club? I mean, are you still encouraging youngsters to come along?
Yeah, we're encouraging them to come along. Next week, we've been doing a bit of practice for next Sunday's Hythe Round the Houses.
Oh,
run.
right. Oh, yeah, that's good fun. Yeah, I've seen that several times now.
Where all ages get involved. This Sunday, we've got a Kent Young Athletes match.
Right.
Which
so
is
what's that? In what sort of disciplines?
That's all disciplines, from pole vault, shot put, hammer discus,
Oh, wow.
long jump, short sprints, and long distance race up to 1,500 metres.
Oh, right, yeah. So, but there's always a good turnout around the houses anyway. But your club do well at these little races, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's mainly down to the kids being very keen and very talented.
Yeah, and of course the good trainers that you've got. So have you got any competitions coming up then for the summer?
Yeah, we have 4 Kent Young Athletes competitions, which are one a month through the summer. We've got open meets at Medway and Thanet, and county championships. 1 or 2 will enter the county championships.
Right, and so you're training. When is your training? When if someone, if the parents are out there now and they're thinking, "Oh, I like the sound of this," when are your training evenings? How would they get in touch with you?
Our training evenings are Tuesdays and Thursdays from 5 till 7. Parents can go to the Folkestone Running Club website where there's lots of information on there, and they can contact me through that, or Catherine O'Connor, who was on earlier for the older juniors.
Right.
And at the moment we have a bit of a waiting list, but we are looking to try and get another session going.
Okay, so it's that popular, is it? So
it's very popular,
yeah.
because athletics is the base for all sports.
Yeah.
So we get footballers coming to us, swimmers, rugby players. It's a good base for all sports.
Okay, so it's time for a bit of music now, and then we're going to come back and see if we can squeeze the last word in, because I don't know where this hour goes on a Saturday morning. So let's have a bit of The Cause. Okay, as we fade away, The Cause are off. But I tell you, I can't believe where this hour has gone, you know. It's been fantastic. I want to thank Rob and Pat for coming in. Rob, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to seeing you at the high jump next time I get up there.
You'll be lucky. If you ever go at pole vault. Yeah.
Pole vault, yeah, that'd be great. Have they got a pole, you know, that sort of take...
At Ashford, we can do that.
Oh, right. And Pat, thanks to you. Once again, quickly... we are encouraging youngsters to come along. So what evenings is best? Just to get up the Three Hills. Just tell me the evenings that you're there.
We're up there Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah, okay. So
come and meet us.
So
have a look.
I think that's the thing to do, parents, is just to come along and meet everybody. Because, you know, it's the best way to get involved. Just come along, say hello. And also we want to thank, of course, Catherine and Julie for coming in. So I'm just watching the clock here. So we're going to switch songs now. We're going to say goodbye to The Cause, and we're going to run out with a bit of Bryan Adams. And I'll see you all next week. Thank you.
5.9 Academy FM.
The Saturday Sports Show, brought to you by the Natural Health Centre in Folkestone, giving your body the mobility and well-being it deserves.
105.9 Academy FM.